3, 2, 1. Boop, 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 boom, 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 boom. What is it? It's 4:05. Okay. So let's get on this. Hey. Lord, I don't have my glasses in here. Welcome. Alexa, play Goddess Energy playlist. Please don't act a fool. Okay. Thank you. Alexa, turn up 2. Hey everybody, thanks for joining. Hi. What does this say here? No, I'm not doing any of that. I don't know what any of that is about. Hey everybody. So I'm just on here. Don't know if I'm going to get to go live tonight. So I wanted to jump on, answer some questions. If you have questions about energy healing, if you saw my video, because I didn't do a video that says I was going live, about my new iconic magnetism oil, let me know. I'm happy to talk about, all things healing, manifesting, but actually I have 2 things going on. So the oil, iconic. This is, if you have not seen the video for this, go watch the video. This is so good. So if you use spiritual oils, listen, I've been making spiritual oils for years, and this one, this is my absolute favorite. But so if you have questions about spiritual oil, this one is actually iconic magnetism is what it's called in the shop. If you don't know how to use them, I'll answer those questions too. If you have healing energy questions, specific to your ailment, things like that, I'm here to answer. That. Okay, I don't know you people. Please stop. Hey everybody. So I'm in here just answering questions. Thank you for sharing. If you guys would tap the screen and do all the things, that would be great. If you guys don't have questions, give me a minute and I'll teach a couple of healing techniques. Yeah, more likes, more views, right? How do I cleanse my energy? I'll show you that real quick. But yeah, so I usually get on here and I'm sharing, but I don't encourage you guys to tap and all that stuff. But if you would do that, if you would tap the screen, that would help me a lot. And to reach more people, to help more people, all of that amazing stuff. And in the meantime, I will answer questions. So how do I cleanse my energy? So there's a real simple energy exercise, and I'm actually finishing bottling some more iconic magnetism. So I'm giving it their final shakes before I put their labels and seals on them. So I'm probably opposite you, right? So to cleanse your energy, any time of day, in the morning, even if you wake up and you have bad dreams and things like that, you can cleanse your energy. So you start with your right hand, right? And you come down. This is the first, you do it 3 times, but this is just like when you are locking your energy, right? Except for you only do 3 times. After the 3rd, you go with the right hand, you go down the left arm, go down the right arm, go back down the left arm, and then you use your left hand to metaphorically grab all of the cords that may be connected to you, any attachments to you. It's like you symbolize that you are grabbing them and using your right hand to cut it 3 times. So it's 3, 3, 3, right? It starts with the right hand. It's 1, 2, 3, down the arms, 2, 3. You grab everything and cut it off. 1, 2, 3. And then you let that transmute it to light. So it doesn't matter when, it doesn't matter where. If you've had an encounter with someone that left you feeling that left a lot of negative energy on you, you can use it then. If you, like I said, had a bad dream, you had a shitty phone call, like whatever is going on. If you've just been in Walmart or Costco or something like that and you come out, shake that energy off. You can also do a blowout. So I haven't done a video on this before. I haven't done a video on this before, but you can do just a real simple blowout. And you rub your hands together and then you come up and just shake it off. Like literally just the act and the intention of shaking it off will help to remove you. So I typically shake off and then get anything that is, remaining, and I transmute that to light and I move on with my life. And depending on how severe that was or what I'm going into next, I will then, lock my energy, because that's typically a sign that that my defenses were lowered. This is fading, but this is a symbol. And actually, this weekend I'm going to get it tattooed. I'm going to get 2 tattoos this weekend. But this is a symbol that you can put on your arm or anywhere on your body, and it helps to create that same type of shield of protection that the goddess codes does, because it has the way that I've done it, it has the goddess codes in it as well. So you can do that. This is literally a Sharpie. So like we were out all Mother's Day weekend. I make the thank you so much, Michelle, for liking the live. I appreciate it. So I put the code on me so I could go out and let people touch me and that kind of thing, without feeling drained or without having to secretly be figure eighting all the weirdos. I won't say weirdos, but all the other people whose energy is not locked, who may be looking to fulfill themselves, because ultimately that's what they're doing, right? Their system is trying to get full. And so when you're full but you're not locked, then it's like a really nice place, to feed energetically. So, and that happens unknowingly. A lot of people they don't even know that they're energy vampires. It's not intentional all the time. There are some people who definitely are intentional about it, but not everybody. It's just like children. Children often, their energy is running backwards because of their activities. And thank you so much. Who's that, Simone? I appreciate it. I'm glad that you guys are getting value from it. If you have questions, if you have specific situations, you can always either message me, depending on how private they are, or leave comments about them. So I love to do videos. I like to know what you need more of. I just opened the Healed Goddess program, where I'm teaching all of the energy work and some other healing modalities that kind of go hand in hand. And in that program, we actually work through the 9 different energy systems of the body. So you get to learn what's pre-recorded, but also it includes like once every other week, so twice a month, I go live. You can come on. You can say what you're struggling with, what you need help with, because sometimes you haven't worked through all the material yet. So I can answer that. If you can't make lives, you can always once you're in the program, you can email me, and I will make sure that it's part of our live training, so that you have the answer when you get the replay, when you can get back to it. So and it's a 12-month program. You have lifetime access once you become a member, and you know, after the 12 months, you still have access to the monthly lives. You know, we're starting fresh this month again with a new group of people, but there are people that I've been working with since I first became a raw food chef, which was more than a decade ago, maybe like a decade and a half ago. So yeah, at that time I was working with terminally ill cancer patients, and we were using raw food to kind of reverse their condition, and, you know, energy healing, alkalizing the body, things like that really go hand in hand. So, yes, what is the question? I might have an answer. For your heart and your solar plex chakras, do you have any advice on them? So let me think about it, and your heart. So do you have heart walls? Are you aware of whether or not you have a heart wall? That might be the place that I would start. A lot of my clients have an energetic heart wall because of things that have happened to them in their life, and it's just sort of like this thing where they don't want to let anybody close, right? So what we do is there's a chart that you can use, that we use in the practice, so you learn how to do it on your own. And you're doing, like, this is if you guys are familiar with like this type of muscle testing, like, yes, no, anybody familiar with this? When you do your self muscle testing and you create the circle and you try to break the circle with your dominant hand, right? So that's like your self testing. So if you make the circle, and I'm going to get back to why you want to do this, but in order for I need to make sure that you know this in order for that technique to work for you when you're working on your heart and your sacral. So make the circle, right? And then you try to break it. So if you say, I don't know, I'm 20 years old, right? I can break that easily. Why? Because it's a lie, right? Now, if I say I'm 51, right? There's some resistance. Like that's a truth, because I'm strong. So your truths in your body are strong. So, I'm going to show you this way, and I'm going to show you the body pendulum way. But any truth in your body makes your body stronger, okay? So if you say, LaMeel is actually my middle name, okay? So if I were to say my first name is LaMeel, right? It's not. I have a cousin named after me. Her first name is LaMeel, but my first name is Kimse, right? I'm strong. That is my truth. So you have to calibrate, but when you do this, then you can start testing other things, because you know what makes your body strong. So I would spend a day or two doing that. Now there's a chart, and if you have a visiting goddess membership, I'll put the chart in there. If you don't, it's completely free. You just go to the link in the bio, create a profile, and you can access like the meditation, the tapping. Something just told me I didn't put the tapping video in there, but I will tonight if it's not in there. I have some meditations, some affirmations for the different chakras. Like, all of those things are in there completely free. All you got to do is create an account. Anyway, I'll put the chart in there. Once you've calibrated and you kind of know what strong feels like for you, what is weak or what is a lie, right? You can use it for things like, so how are you feeling? What's going on with you? I'm not worthy of love, right? That's not ultimately true. I deserve love. I deserve respect. I am worthy of the things that I desire, right? Those types of things. This is just ways like, milk is really good for me, like, no. I hope you get the point. So now what you're going to do is go to the chart, and you're going to be asking, do I have a heart wall, right? Well, I don't. But if it holds true for you, then what you're going to say is my heart wall on row 1? Is it on row 2? And there's different emotions and things that will indicate what the heart wall is from. Once you've identified what your heart wall, why it was created, what it's there for, then you can go in and deal with the specific emotions that created it. Yeah, okay. So you want to test your body, and your body always knows. So your body always knows. You just want to ask, what do I need? And when you're using it and you're testing on yourself, it is better it's a yes or a no. You can't ask very general, you're not going to get anything but a yes or no. So you need to ask the questions correctly to get the answer. But the other thing is, once you've done that, you can start to calibrate your whole body. So you're not out in public doing this, right? Or needing to put your arm up for somebody else to test you, or put it down and have somebody try to pull it up. I don't think I've done that one yet. But you can feel your body. So if you're standing strong, right, and you look at food, and you can ask yourself, well, what do I want? What does your body pull towards? And you test this at home. So I just got 2 new products to review. One is bio beet juice, because I drink the beets. I've had like a chronic iron issue from childhood that I have now stabilized, but I do things like take beets and beet juice and whatever, and magnesium. We all need magnesium, okay? But I can either put this in my biosphere and ask, is this good for me, right? So I have a very slight lean forward, but from practice, what I know about this is it's powder. So my body is like, yeah, but like, how much of this are you about to take? Because you can do this with like even pills. So like if the magnesium is going to make me strong, how many pills should I take? The bottle's going to give you, a suggested dosage. But literally you can hold your, if you've seen the videos where someone else is doing it, you can even get your kids to do that. And you can hold 2 pills, right? And if it makes you weak, then put 1 pill, right? And then you can even go like how many times a day. So my original video that says that was on YouTube about how to know the truth about everything. Yes, it takes time, and it can be time consuming when you first start. But once you are in the habit, once you know your body, you can feel the pull. Yes, you can feel the lean back. And you're like, oh no, I'm not going to have that, right? And then there's sometimes your body's going to lean back, but it's something you really want to engage in. Alexa, turn down 1. It's something you really want to engage in. So, yes. Calibration can be tedious because like when I say you can do this with everything, so I have this, I have a citrine crystal in here right now. So I switch out the crystals, but like literally I test to see where is it best for this to be, because it's still hitting acupressure points. And it could be that your jewelry is making you weak, right? Your jewelry, if it's hitting at a certain spot, it could be messing up internal systems. We go through this and into this in the class. When you're out shoe shopping, shoes look great, but one may be better for your feet, than the other. So again, once you get through the calibration, getting the answer can be relatively quick, but your body will tell you when you get used to listening to your body. When you first start, there's going to be times that the response is wrong because it is a calibration. But once you've learned the calibrating, right, and I suggest you start here, or I can't really do it with my nails, but it's like, can you bend this finger, right? What makes this weak or strong? So once this is easier to do out in public than having somebody touch your arm. And then once you get strong in this, then your body, you're going to start to notice, because it is about an awareness. So you're going to start to notice that your body is literally a living, breathing pendulum, right? If you've ever used a pendulum, which is how I first started, and how I started my older children, but like my grandchildren, they're learning to just be the pendulum and not have to use anything else, because ultimately, you are all the tools. You are the altar. You just need to become aware, right? Thank you so much for the gifts. So you just need to become aware of who you are and what your body is saying to you. So I hope that helps. Again, this is stuff that, we go into a lot. And sometimes we feel like, there we go. Sometimes we feel like we need to work on one thing, and in fact, that's not. What's the website you said to sign up for? If you go to the link in my bio and it says join Goddess University. If you join Goddess University, it will, and it has like a visiting membership. And so that's completely free. And I'll put the chart in there this evening. So you can check out the chart and start doing the calibration. I'm going to grab my charger really quick. Where is it at here? Okay. There we go. So I don't die on you. But yeah, so I'm really excited about the full-blown program. It's called the Heal Goddess, and we're doing a lot of those types of things. I'm clicking the free area, but it doesn't seem to be working. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna pull it up over here. So are you clicking on where it says Visiting Goddess? Are you clicking on where it actually says Pay Now? Like under Visiting Goddess, there's like a pink button that says Pay Now. And it's not going to actually take a payment, but it takes you to the area where you've got to put in your name and email and create a password. And then you hit the sign up button. So see if that works. Okay. So let me know if that works for you. Or maybe she went to go do that and we'll be back. Anyway, so one of the other things that I've done today that I thought I'd come on and talk about is the iconic magnetism oil that is now available. And thank you. And the Lux and Light Apothecary, because, oh my gosh, this is like, I was so excited when I made this video. I didn't even make the oil live for anybody to purchase. And then I got all of these inboxes like, hey, we're looking for this oil you just talked about. This is a combination of this Taurus new moon magnetism oil and my money oil with a little bit of like dominance and control. It's so good. Like, and I'm calling it iconic, because when you use this, so if you don't know how to use spiritual oils, I'll go into that. But when you use this, this is about people who want to go viral. This is what I used not even 30 days ago. Something similar. I did not have the new moon. So once I got the new moon added, like, listen, just watch. If you're not going to use it, watch what happens. But anyway, this type of combination helps you step in to your highest timeline. This is the type of oil that you use when you want to be seen, right? When you're ready to be seen, when you're ready to get the acknowledgement, when you are ready. Got it. Thanks so much. You're welcome. When you are ready to step into your power. And so a lot of people step in and it's like, oh shit, I'm not ready for this. And there's a snapback, right? This is what you use when you step in and you're ready to embody it. Because when you embody it, you become it. It is part of the essence of who you are. And the thing about it is that even if you can kind of feel what you think it's going to be like, when you get there, you have to expand in order to be able to maintain it, right? And so the crystals, the herbs, the essential oils, everything that's in this oil has the frequency and has been charged with the frequency that's going to help you expand. And whenever you get oils from Lux and Light, you get the instructions to write down your intention. What are you using this for? And we show you how to write it out, put it in the bottle, and then the bottle has your intention, our intention, all of the vibrational frequency of the moon, of goddess codes, of crystals, of herbs, working for you to manifest that intention, to help you step into it, embody it, stay there, be there, become it. So that's what this is. This is why I was so stinking excited about it. And it smells divine. It's got a really nice shine. It is very good for your skin. I always use natural products. So like if you're interested, now the way that you use spiritual oils, intention oils, is if you do any candle work, it's great for that, right? You anoint your candles with it. I have money bowls that I anoint. I clean my doors with it. I put a little bit, because it is oil based, in my floor washes. I wipe handles down with it. I don't keep a lot of cash, but always like about $100, right? But I put it on all of my money. So what's really interesting is that people who know me will ask me for change. And it's because they're like, your money, it smells so good. And if I get change, I get more, right? And I thought, that's fucking amazing. Because when I first started on my spiritual journey, and I used to go to, I think my granddaughter's trying to get in here. I used to go to, what are they called? The Botanica, right? And I was like, whenever I go to the Botanica and I spend money, I don't mind, because I know I'm going to get it back tenfold, and it would always happen. And then she became the Botanica, right? And so then realizing that people were like, let me exchange money with you. Even my kids will be like, can I cash up you and get some cash from you? And I'm like, can you just take a bottle? Because I'm not really an ATM. But that it smells absolutely divine. It kind of has a champagne, shimmer, like their personal bank. Yes. But it smells good. Or I also noticed that sometimes I would be like, I don't have change. They were like, let's just exchange. Can I take this 20? You take that 20, because they wanted, the smell, especially friends and like family members who don't fully understand my spirituality and what I do. They just know it smells good, it makes them feel good, and they seem to end up with more money. But also, I bless my bills, right? I bless my bills, I anoint my bills. I got crystals in my wallet. So if you're getting money from me, it's not going to be the last money you get. Like, it's more is coming. That's like the whole point. There's more where this came from. And if you're worthy of this, you're worthy of more. So that's what I do to all the money that I have, whether it's in the money bowls or in my wallet. So in that energy, it helps money flow, right? Because money is definitely a frequency. Money is energy, and energy needs to move. When you have stagnant energy, nothing's moving, meaning you're not getting anything and nothing is going out. Thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate it. I so appreciate it. So that's my little rant about this oil. I love this oil now. Granted, my money oil is always available. Magnetism oil is always available till it's gone, right? Because the Taurus, the Taurus new moon, I only make one batch, for each new moon. So when it's gone, which means that when it's gone, Iconic will be gone for the year until next year. I sent an email to your support for the video, able to download it. So if you send me a message on here, I don't know which email you used. I didn't get any notification, but it's not a download, right? So if you go back to the page that you purchased and you look on the bottom right hand side, there's an icon of like a person. If you click on that, it's going to take you to a page that says log in. When you log in with your email and your password, then you press the diamond that's on the bottom of the screen on the left side, and it's going to take you to all of the collections is what it's called. And then you click on my collections, and then the video series will be there. So everything that you purchase will be under my collections, but you've got to log in using the icon of the person that's on the right, and then to see your collections, you hit the diamond on the bottom left. So if that doesn't work for you, then send me a message here on TikTok with your email, and then I will send you the email instructions, and I'll go in and I'll look. I don't want you to put your email up in here, but I will go in and just make sure that the account is set up properly and help you get in at that point. Okay, thanks. Well, no, not too kind. I mean, here's the thing. I'm here because I want to help people. And, so if it's not working, if you can't get it, it's not helping you. And the point is, I did not, and I know it makes no sense, but I did not know that it was so needed on such a high level. My circle is small. People who have known me for years and have grown with me, I work with, and it has always been word of mouth. And my word of mouth circle got big enough for me to, have a little app, and, I have a website and that type of thing. But I didn't know that it was so needed. And that's kind of why I started making magnetism oil, because it helped me step into and embody who I was. Like I, was teaching women how to embrace their feminine energy, how to manifest from feminine energy, things like that. But again, and I had some things on YouTube, but I didn't know. Now that I know, I'm here. So, and I'm here to serve. Like this is my calling. So, it's important to me that you get what you pay for, if not above and beyond. And to help people to feel better, because I lived a long time, although intuitive, I was in very, very negative relationships, and those relationships had me cut off from who I really was. Yes, I did. All the exercises on TikTok. It changes you. And here's the thing, when you change, your whole world changes, right? When you're looking for them to be better, all you have to do is change you. And they either become better or they slide away because they can't match your frequency. And it doesn't have to be a terrible, horrible ending. But yeah, I was in some situations where I just was cut off. I didn't know about the joys of a lot of things in life, even though I was married and having children and all that kind of stuff. So when I finally started to tap in to who I really was, listen to my intuition, and those relationships had me really second guessing who I was I worthy, that type of thing. It was like this song right here was like my anthem, although it didn't exist at the time because this was like 20 years ago. But when you realize the power that you have, the power your body holds, like especially for women, and I say that because I come from, that's who I am and what I am, so I know that better than any other energy, right? We have the power that creates worlds flowing through us. Everyone does. Women have the power to create life. That power, when directed, can create anything. If you can create a human being, you can manifest a car. If you can create a human being, you can have a healthy body. You're making, like I was making perfectly healthy children year after year after year after year. Right? I was making them, I was feeding them, I was sustaining them. That kind of power, you can harness that to do anything, to be anything. So when you tap into who you are and you realize that your body is powerful, even if you're not directing it. But if you start to direct it and you realize that, yeah, you said you feel very strong. Well, your body is stronger, okay? Your body's stronger because you're connected. You're connected to the earth. And your body systems are running in the proper way. When your body is running the way it's supposed to run, you physically become stronger. Each system that you have feeds into the other. So if you always, like I used to be dead sleep by 5 o'clock. Dead sleep by 5 o'clock. It didn't matter if I didn't eat, didn't matter. I had to go to bed. And that's because the energy that was feeding into that particular system for 5 o'clock for me, the system prior to it, because all of our systems are kind of running like a clock, right? So the system that was prior to that one was depleted. And it was so weak that it didn't have enough energy to pour into my system that was at 5 o'clock. And so I was exhausted. My body had to shut down. And granted, you can eat heavy foods and go to sleep, and people talk about the itis and all that kind of, stuff. I was exhausted. My body had to shut down. And granted, you can eat heavy foods and go to sleep, and people talk about the itis and all that kind of, stuff. And okay, that stuff is true to some degree. But if your body systems are weak and one pours into the other, eventually some place is going to break down. So by doing these exercises, you're strengthening all of your systems. When you take the class, you learn, depending on where you are in the world and the time zone that you're in will determine what system your body is in, right? And we even talk about, like, when you travel, people travel to different time zones, and there's energy work that you can do based on the time zone you're going to and the time zone that your body has calibrated to, so that you don't have the fatigue and the jet lag and things like that. It's not hard on your body. But it's going to be different for each group of people in each time zone that you're in. But you're basically electricity, right? You're electromagnetic. She said, why is this free? because people need to heal, right? You can go deeper, and there is definitely, you can get there's a $8.99 for the mini course, right? And then you can go deeper and pay monthly. But some things, people, insomnia will take you out, right? Insomnia will take you out because eventually all your systems break down. So people need to learn how to go to fuck to sleep. People need to know how to fight allergies. Why? Because our government only plants male trees, right? If they planted female trees, people would not have allergies to the degree that they do. It's stupid, but there's no place for all of that, stuff to go. There's no female trees to catch all of that. So we have severe allergies. So then they can sell us all of the allergies and the, allergy medicine, and people are doing crazy stuff with their sinuses and all that type of thing. Unfortunately, longevity scent perfume. Thank you. Yeah, allergies, insomnia, even just emotions. Like, we're not taught about our emotions. The emotions that we're having are literally a guidance system. It is like your GPS on your phone. So if you're having low vibrational emotions that are consistent, okay, because you got to have good and the bad, right? There's an equality kind of thing, and I'm not saying that you have to feel bad, but your emotions may go down. The emotions may go down at times when you need to learn something new. Okay, so you may not be all high vibey and all of that great stuff, because it's like, damn, what's wrong? Something is not right here. And your vibration will lower. And what that is that your vibration's low to show you, hey, you need to work on these things. And then you're like, okay, you work through, you do the processes, you do the work. And as you do the work, your vibration raises. And then now you're at a high vibration, and then you get to another level, and you may encounter something new that you don't know what to do with or how to do it, and your vibration may come down. You may encounter people that lower your vibration because that's an area you haven't mastered. So it is growth, can be circular. I like to think of it more like a spiral, right? Because you kind of have to come down a little bit before you go up to the next level, and you come down a little bit and before you go up. So your emotions are your guidance system. If your emotions are low, you're missing something. You're looking at something in a way that it shouldn't be. There's work to be done. And if you adjust and figure out what you need to do to get to the next emotional level, you're going to work through it. You don't stay there. It's not a place to stay. It's like the GPS, you're trying to get to the restaurant and the GPS takes you to the funeral. You don't stay at the funeral home like, oh, well, I'm stuck here, right? You're like, wait a minute, maybe I didn't do this right. Maybe I didn't follow an instruction. Maybe this phone needs to charge, or whatever the thing is. You work through it so you can actually take the directions and go where it is that you want to be at. So just because you have some low emotions, people who struggle with depression and things like that, it's not meant for you to stay there. Sometimes it's a chemical imbalance. Sometimes it is a thought process. Sometimes it is a learned process. Sometimes it is just energetic blocks in the body. We're not taught those things at school. We're not taught that, we can take on other people's emotions and energies. So, I've got 5 grandkids. One of them is in school right now, and she was kind of being bullied and what have you, and she was not wanting to go to school. No one, and the teacher didn't want to talk to me, and it's typical of people in the school system. My kids, when they were forced to go to school, so they were homeschooled, and then after my divorce, they had to go to public school. They hated to hear me come, and they didn't even want my kids to call me. They didn't want Because I was very, very protective of my children. And so my grandchildren as well. And so my granddaughter and my youngest son are right now in the same school. And so the teacher keeps avoiding me. But my point here is her energy. She loves school. She's excited about school. She wants to go every day. So what is the problem? They don't want to address the problem, but I think it's an energy problem. So what happens is, if you have a good kid and this is not her scenario, but I'm giving you a different example. If you have a good kid that you send to school, right, and the teacher starts calling you and saying, hey, your kid's acting up, they're doing things that they wouldn't normally do, all of that kind of stuff. It's usually the kids that they're sitting next to if the behavior is unusual. Teachers tend to put good kids next to bad kids in hopes that the good kid's going to rub off on the bad kid. But that's not how it works. What happens is that good kid, that kid that has peace, that kid that is grounded, that kid that is happy, that kid that is happy is going to intuitively try to heal the kid who is not, who is disruptive, who is all of the things. So what happens is the good kid takes on the energy and then starts acting it out. And a lot of times that other kid who was disruptive has some level of peace and becomes quiet. And the teachers are like, I don't know what happened. It's because the energetic situation between them is not healthy. Teachers have to learn how to do energy work to help the kids stay whole and not pull from one another, because children don't know how to turn it off. So I've taught my grandchildren, I ask them, like, if they're upset, if they're angry, if they're doing stuff they're not supposed to do, I ask them, is this your energy or is it somebody else's? And they will tell me immediately, no, it's hers. And then if I add, and it's, so my oldest granddaughter, she typically will have a lot of emotions, but her younger sister will act them out. So when I tell her, send her back her energy, she does, she can go on to play, but then I have to sit and talk with the one who is really upset. What is wrong? What's going on? How are you feeling? Why is this happening? And then she'll share what's bothering her. And now she feels better too. Yeah, because they naturally take on each other's energy. They're all trying to heal each other. If you ever, when my second granddaughter was born, she was a whiner. She had some tummy issues, so she would cry. She would cry. Her sister would hear her in her sleep crying, and she would wake up crying. So now there wasn't just one, there would be two. And my daughter was like losing her shit, because it is a resonance, right? If one baby is upset, they're all upset. They resonate with each other. We are doing the same. That's why it's important who you spend your time with. That's why it's important, who you let touch you, who you let inside of you, who you spend most of your time with, because there is a such thing as a resonance, right? And you're going to vibrate to match that, whatever it is that you're around. So it is always better to be the person who comes in. Come in. It's the baby. To be the person who sets the tone than who follows the tone, the vibration. I'd rather come in with my frequency as it is, and there's always going to be people who are going to be like, yo, here she comes, I got to go. Let the trash take itself out, right? Yeah. So, it does help. These healing exercises, these actually do help you regulate your emotions. That is important. You're manifesting, you're healing, all of those things require you to feel good and to have your emotions under control. It says some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. Okay, people in here walling. That's all right though. Do what you do, baby. Do what you do. So, yeah. So do you guys have any other questions for me? In my mind, it's like I don't even know what people would be saying. Sometimes I imagine, because nobody ever asked, and I think in some lives I have shared like about my tooth being cracked. And so, yeah, it's getting fixed, but yes, it's cracked. And if it wasn't for the energy healing, and if it wasn't for me learning how to calibrate my own energy system, like showing up and talking to people and that type of thing with a missing front tooth would have been a problem. And it was for a very short period of time. So initially it cracked, it got really thin, and I was scheduled to get like a cap on it. I think that's what it was called, because it had a chip in it. But what happened? My son was in football, and I was trying to help him with his stuff, and the helmet hit me in the mouth, and it didn't really hurt that bad, but it shattered the tooth before I could get the cap put on it. So I always assume that, you know, people in here who, when they tell me that, like they're filtering comments, they're talking about my my tooth. Thank you. So, I mean, it is what it is, and it's temporary, you know, so it's not such a big thing. And also, you know, age helps. But thank you for following me. So somebody wants to join as a guest. Let's see how this works. I'm assuming I got this because they're asking. I don't know. So if you're not asking, but I hit the button, it's okay if you don't come up. I'm still relatively new to lives, but I see that it says invite somebody to join the live as a guest. So I sent that invite, so you're welcome to come up if you have. Now the energy is way above a chip tooth. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Thank you. So let's see, what else can we talk about? Bless you. So for your heart, I'm guessing that you have a heart wall. I don't know if she's still in here, but I'm guessing, I'm kind of saying that you definitely have some level of a heart wall, but you're going to be able to work through it. The meditation that you need to say is, I am love, I am loved, right? I'm loved, I am loved. So you are love and you are loved. Like that's going to help. And when you get into the free membership, there is a series of affirmations that are recorded for the heart chakra. Try that. Try that and see what that does. And there are also a series for the sacral chakra as well. So try those, see how that resonates and kind of starts to soothe things out, because you know it's like we say I am, right, is one of the two most powerful words in the English language, and but it is very specific to like the Aries sign. That is like our mantra. You know, I'm an Aries, and but I am is not first time. Yes, ask your question, ask away. But each chakra has its own statement. You know, I feel, I hear, I know. So saying the affirmation, even the same affirmation with the different prefixes, will allow them to resonate with each of the chakras and create an alignment for what it is that you're trying to manifest. Oh, absolutely. I love those. It's one of my favorite things to do because I get to ask all the questions, and I get to ask all the questions and let the answers flow, and you know, take it where it takes us. So absolutely. Let me make these bigger so I can understand. Somebody said Hiller IQ HQ. Okay. If I could tell the state, not without seeing you. So my gifts are, I would need to be able to see you, but also, what is it, baby? What is it? Oh, I'm just on live.
I just heard you talking.
She's like, you're talking, so I just came in to see who you were talking to. So I would need to see you, and I try, because listen, I don't really have a really great filter. let me start there, which is kind of why I do like to do the readings, because my readings, by the way, are recorded, and you get the photos of the cards and stuff so that you can, listen to it forever. But you can also send me pictures. So depending on what is going on with you, if you send me the pictures, I usually can see right away. But I don't have the ability of always filtering, especially if I've been asked. So I can turn away from people and I can shut things down. But like if you ask me, so I don't want to do that on a live. But if you'd like to schedule a session with me, even if you do, I have it's like a 15 or 20 minute call or something that you can schedule. And I think it's probably like, I don't even know how much it is. But if you decide that you want to get a full healing session, or you want to get a reading or whatever, you use that payment for the call towards that, right? So it becomes a credit. And I do that because, yes, it is in the bio. I do that because like I got slammed with so many, appointments, and then I would be on the line, and I try to record them all. So even if it's a brief session, if I've said something that you don't remember and you want to go back and do, because a lot of my work is intuitive. So like it just kind of pours out of me. You're able to go back, slow it down, listen to it on that call, or, whatever else you do. So, but I do charge now for the initial calls, and then give you a credit for that amount towards whatever program, service that you purchase later on. It just doesn't go to the apothecary. Just so that I didn't spend my day sitting on the phone waiting for people who didn't show up. So, but it's definitely not a loss if you are interested. So do I have any other questions? So does anybody know, like I get these messages that say like, invite Precious Silhouette to join as a live guest. Now, does that mean that Precious Silhouette actually asked to join? Or is TikTok just like, I don't know. Okay. My daughter's texting about the book club. So if you guys are into reading, positive, spiritual, enlightening, empowering book, it's open for men and women. We have a free book club, and we actually meet on the 15th via Zoom, and we only meet once a month, but we all get together, chit chat, drink. I think that's just TikTok. Okay. Because I don't even know the people. I don't know if they actually have questions that they were trying to ask or what. But yeah, if you're interested in joining the book club, it's that too is completely free. And we read the book, we get together, and we talk about not just the book, but one of the things that we specifically try to do in the month that we have to read the book is apply the principles from the book to our lives. And so we share that, and support each other, and it's entertaining. And sometimes Diana gives us a drink of the month, so before the book club, so those of us who can mix the cocktail, have the cocktail. So that's a lot of fun. This month, on the 15th, we'll be talking about the classic Think and Grow Rich Last month, I think we did like the 4 agreements, and then the month before that, we did the game of life and how to play it. Awesome, awesome. We've got so many motorcycles around here. So if you're interested in joining, again, that's something else that is also free. To prevent an attack, you need to lock your energy. And if you know that somebody is specifically coming after you, you need to do what I call like the 7 layers of protection, right? So you should have a protection symbol on you. You should take protection, spiritual baths. You should have spiritual protection in your home, like your energy wards, crystal wards, those types of things. And there are a couple of other things that you could definitely do. If someone is intentionally attacking you, but if you're just in general doing your protection, do protection work on Sundays. Ask for your ancestors, call down your ancestors, okay, on Sunday, and let them know, like, this is what's happening. You use bluing if you are familiar with that. There's 2 types of spiritual baths. One you can just do with a spiritual kind of cleansing soap. The other one you can use a combination of herbs. Oh, wonderful. So I look forward to that. Yeah, use your, if you go and look in my profile, look under the energy, the goddess code playlist, right? There is a code for shielding protection. Use that code. Write that code on your wrist when you go out. Right? My daughter did a video showing people how to make this code. That's also this sigil. That's also for spiritual protection. Do the bluing in your house. Call down your ancestors for protection. It didn't work. Hold on a second. TikTok is ticking. So those are the different things you can do. Let's see. So if you have a question, like you want to come up, if you would put that here in the chat first before, I don't know, they do whatever they do to make that thing pop up at the bottom. Look, I think this is what the stuff that makes me sound old, like whatever that just is, right? Like you kind of hear a little bit of my age in all the different stuff, because I'm still, like I said, I don't go live often. But here is my my intention for this week is to be live every day, either during the day or in the evening. And then I'll see, so I'm going to look at the website now. Thank you. See what works best. You know, I've been doing it in the evenings. This is the first time that I've gone live during the day. You know, and maybe I'll just have to continue to alternate, because the point is to get the message out, you know, to everyone who needs it. So you are very welcome. And if anybody is new to me and you haven't seen any of the videos, and you're experiencing anxiety, if you're experiencing stress, if you or even if you're dealing with like some allergies and things like that, your room is so pretty. Thank you. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. I have like all of these flowers. Like Temu should be sponsoring me at this point with the flowers that I bought from them. But I have, you know, the arch ceilings, and so I'm about to hang flowers from everywhere, all over the ceiling, and then put up my fairy lights and my curtains. But the ceilings are not, listen, this swing right here on a slant, like the way that we had to figure that out was crazy. Yeah, I mean, I'm really blessed because I've got a corner. I'm on the corner. I've got like all the windows, and I'm up on the top floor. So this has been really a blessing. Like when I tell you that I teach what I live, and all of this has been, a journey for me, and I've been through it. I've been through it. But there's an other side. Like going through it is different than being stuck in it, and you learn your lessons from it and you get your blessings from it, right? And so this new place, and being able to decorate is one of those blessings. You know, I am in my ease and flow. I am in my easy life. And there's parts of my old life that I'm bringing. I have 8 children. So at different times, 2 sets had nannies. I now have my granddaughter. So I'm about to have another nanny. I am about to bring in, some people to clean this house because she's not cleaning no more. And, my daughter just told me that like for only $500 a month, you can get car service. Like we live in the suburbs. Okay. So car service, that's me. That's car service. I don't like to drive. I don't, and, I'm not that far from the city, but like, listen, and I'm not that great of a parallel parker. So like city life is not really for me. High school, baby. I turned 51 last month. I have 8 children and 5 grandchildren. My oldest daughter is 31. She turned 31 last month, right after me. So yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that to the fullest. So yeah, I am definitely in my but listen, if my little boo thing don't stop texting me crazy stuff. Now that's the whole thing. I gotta get a chef because he be asking me about food, and like I've spent my whole life. I am a raw food chef certified, right? About 2 decades ago. I'm not a full 100% raw foodist anymore, but that's something coming. I hope I have that ready this week because I'm gonna be doing like I call it an expansion. I don't like to call things challenges. It's not really the same. It has a different connotation. But anyway, if y'all want to do a juice expansion, cleanse, high energy, high vibe, thing with me, send a message, because what I'm going to do is do a video series, and then I'm going to go live every day with the recipes that I'm doing. But you're going to be able to sign up with an email, get all of the ingredients, get the recipes, the quantities and all of that. And then the time, I'll go live consistently at a specific time. And also all of my lives are reposted in Goddess University under the Visiting Goddess membership. So if you have a free membership over there, you can re-watch the lives, because sometimes people ask me stuff and I realize like I'm sharing things. I try to do clips and repost them, but nonetheless, all of the lives in their totality are reposted, except for that really, really good one that I got banned. I don't know if any of y'all were on there, because we were vibing like really hard. But then I started talking about herbs that you can like blend, and they were like, boom, bang. They shut me down. They gave me herbs that you can like blend, and they were like, boom, bang. They shut me down. They gave me a warning. They had a warning up on my page. Like, it was wild. So I'm not going to be talking about that anymore. But I had been on for about like 2 hours at that point, and it wasn't late, but it was probably like 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock. And I had taught a lot, and I was really excited about being able to repost that, because I answered so many questions, and I did an energy clearing. Somebody on there, she was having neck and shoulder pains, so I actually did her clearing live, and unfortunately wasn't able to share it. So I also will I'll do some more of that. So if I don't come back tonight, I will come back tomorrow, and tomorrow we will be doing some energy, clearing some emotions, and clearing some physical pain with goddess codes and with energy healing. So definitely hit the little button, the little bell thing, so you can get the notifications when I go back live. And then if you miss the live, you just have to go get you a free Visiting Goddess membership, and you'll be able to watch it there and, you know, fast forward through all because I'm long-winded, but you can watch the healing and take part in the healing even in the replay. It will be beneficial for you. So that, and then if you want to join, be on the lookout for the video. I'll probably add that to my link tree tonight as well, so you can sign up, so you can get all the information to join the juice cleanse. And it's really not a cleanse. It's a hydration. It's a, you know, these words have such negative connotations with them right now. I'm hesitant to use them, but we are going to be juicing. We're going to be juicing. We're going to be juicing live. I'm going to be sharing the benefits of the different types of juices. And I've got 2 different juicers that are not really expensive juicers at all, but I happen to love them. So you don't need an expensive juicer. I do have a Vitamix. So if you have like a high powered blender, that helps. But I'm going to be juicing and sharing all about that. And we'll do like a whole week of juicing, because I'm going to Miami, and I want to make sure I got all the energy, like all the energy. Like I'm not going to sleep for like 4 days because I have so much stuff to do when I'm there. So flushing my system and making sure I'm fully hydrated and high vibe. Plus it's a little bit warmer because I'm up north. It's going to be warmer in Miami. I'm from California, but I have not, you know, I've been experiencing seasons for decades now, so I don't really know what it's like to be in the sun all day, every day. But anyway, you guys have any more questions about, what part of California? I was born in Gardena. You know, Gardena, Torrance, Los Angeles County there. My family now lives like out in Phillips Ranch and Encino and what have you. And I've got my parents are in like San Diego, but I was born in Los Angeles County. So yeah. Oh really? Nice. See, it's a resonance, right? So yeah. And I think people from places where there's a lot of sun typically have a higher energy level. Typically happier. It's hard to be sad in this, you know, unless you have a chemical imbalance when there's a lot of sunshine and things are going. Gardening is Gardena's really down the street. That's awesome. Yeah. So that's where I kind of hung out for the early years and kind of went back home, back and forth to visit through my teenage years. But I've been out here since I was in elementary school. So, yeah. Thanks for joining, all the people that are joining. I can't tell if they're like joining, popping in, popping out, popping in, popping out. But if you don't have any more specific, either, you know, manifesting, healing, don't forget to get the oil though. I'm telling you, this oil right here, this oil was so good. Like my daughter could see the giddy in me. It was like, where's my bottle? Where's my bottle? And I always do the first bottle as one bottle. And I said, okay, I got to put it in the frequency chamber. Kept it in there overnight. And it was like 432 hertz. And I was like, this right here, this is like, before I started bottling, I literally thought I should put half of this away in the back of the closet in case I need it later in the year. Because what if I sell out of it? You know, because it was charged and it has the oil from the Taurus new moon. But about to have me listen. And you know what? And I'm not even, it will come right back. I promise you, like this right here, this is literally, like I would say, while this is in, I would use this instead of the money oil. I would use this instead of whatever attraction oil. I would use this as a dominance oil. Like it has it all in it. And when you want people to show up and love you and do for you and respect you and honor you for at the frequency that you're at, it's this right here. And so also Lux and Light, you guys, I follow me on Lux and Light Apothecary is my new page. So I will be going into like ingredients on that page. I will talk about different ingredients, how to activate your herbs, how to activate your crystals, all of our, tea blends and oils and candles, and how to do a lot more of the spiritual things that I talk about. Because a lot of times I'll say, take a spiritual bath, but, and I may post the spiritual bath here, but that's where you would get it from. And I can answer more questions about it there, trying to get its own life going outside of here, so I could spend more time with the energy healing on this particular page. But anyway, I'm gonna go. Like I said, if there's no more questions, I thank you guys for being here. I'll try to hop on again tonight, but if not tonight, I will definitely be on tomorrow, and we are definitely going to be doing energy healing, and we're going to be clearing some blocked emotions. So if you're interested in volunteering and coming up so people can hear you during that live, send me a message. Okay, so that we can kind of be prepared and the time and what have you, if you like to have that done. So I don't know what time. Click the little bell thing to get, it's probably going to be in the evening, but click the bell to get the notification. And if for any reason you missed the live, if you go to Goddess University and get a free Visiting Goddess membership, the replay will be there, right? I put all the TikTok replays there. So, that's it, you guys. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate your energy and the time you spent with me. And I will see you guys tomorrow, actually. If I can figure out how to close.